Everything's a Coincidence, episode 7. So, we have Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins died on March 25th. The publication was put out March 26th, but his day of death was March 25th. A lot of people think that this man was sacrificed by his band members. Most importantly, the biggest one was it David Grohl or something. I don't know how to say his name, but yeah, a lot of people think that this man was sacrificed. So let's dive in and let's find out. Let's see if he was. So first off, the day he died, March 25th, 2022, right out the gate, we have the 38 for murder, the 38 for death, killing, RIP. This is the numerology for death. Murder by numbers. If you've ever watched the movie, they slickly put the 38 in the cover to let you know that Gematria is a real thing. Slipknot even has a song called Gematria, the killing name. So they're telling you they use media, mainstream media. The truth is in the movies and the lies are in the news, right? So if you want to know the truth, watch the movies, because they're going to slip little things here and there. They're going to tell you what's really going on, right? Like I said, murder equals 38, right? And they knew this. They knew this knowledge, right? This isn't something that we just came across like 3-4 years ago. They've been using languages to decode messages for thousands of years, right? Foo Fighters drummer, right? Drummer and killing, we get the same numerology as Lucifer, right? 3843, right? So, you know, maybe this was a sacrifice to Lucifer, because we do know in Hollywood, when you sign those blood contracts, you know, blood has to be shed, right? So we do know a blood sacrifice has to be made. So maybe it was the drummer that had to go. But let's continue before we just finish, before we have a conclusion yet. It ain't even done yet, right? We got a lot to go. So the Foo Fighters drummer died at 50 years old. March 25th, 2022, the day he died, equaled 50, right? And once again, these are the letters that it's taken. Peep right here, it's telling you how they broke it down. So reverse full reduction is Z is 1 and A is 26, right? Now it says 8 because 26, 2 plus 6 is 8. So all it's doing is taking the English language in reverse, and it's reducing the double digits to single digits. That's all it's doing. So he died at 50 years old, and the date that he died on equaled 50, right? Let's take his birthday, February 17th. Even his birthday equaled 50. So it was in his numerology for him to be sacrificed on this day, for him to you know, meet his demise at this age. It all, I say this, well, I don't say this every video, but everything that happens to these Hollywood people, it surrounds their birthday. Everything that happens, like major events and things like that, it surrounds their birthday. The numerology surrounds their birthday every time. If you watch the Will Smith video that I just did yesterday, you would see that everyone's birthday was connected to the Oscars. When Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, Will Smith, Chris Rock, and Jada Pinkett, all their birthdays, this was surrounding all their birthdays, and they all had numerology surrounding the whole situation. It's always surrounding these people's birthdays, right? That's what writes the script. So the Foo Fighters, let me zoom in so y'all can see. The Foo Fighters are an American rock band formed in Seattle, Washington. Washington also equals 50 in Gematria, right? Now, if we go to Taylor Hawkins, last Instagram post, which was February 4th. If you can see at the bottom, February 4th was Taylor Hawkins' last Instagram post before his death. February 4th to March 25th, his death day, equals 50. All right. So it's all written. Their last Instagram post before an incident, everything always leads up to the same numerology. Their birthday, their day of death. It's like it never fails. It's like they don't know I'm here. Cause I take this as an insult to my intelligence. When I do all these dates and when I go back, and it's so simple. It's so simple to find out what they're doing. So I literally take it as an insult to my intelligence when they do this. All right, but let's continue. Thursday, if we take Thursday, February 17th, which was Taylor Hawkins' birthday, February 17th, we take that day and his day of death, we had 36 days. All right, so he died 36 days after his birthday, after his 50th birthday. And then he died on a Friday. Friday equals 36, and March 25th equals 36. Not to mention that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they were on their 36th annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and peep how they generated an estimate of $36 million, right? But he died 36 days after his birthday, and then he died on the 36th annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was the latest Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, was number 36. Number 37 has yet to come, right? And on this 36th annual, the Foo Fighters actually got inducted into the Hall of Fame on the 36th annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? So was this a sacrifice for them to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? Those are the questions that start to be triggered, you know, once you see this numerology that leads up to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Maybe this was a sacrifice for the Foo Fighters to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, Order Out of Chaos and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame equal the same numerology. Now, we already know what the Order Out of Chaos means and what it is. But if you don't, then we can recap. All right, so Order Out of Chaos is the main slogan of the 33rd degree of Freemasonry. So once you hit the 33rd degree, this is your new slogan, right? Order out of chaos. Everything they do. Our society is ran by insane people for insane objectives. I think we're being run by maniacs for medical ends, and I think I'm able to be put away as insane for expressing that. That's what's insane about it. John Lennon said that. Funny, he was the one that got sacrificed, right? Maybe he got sacrificed for, you know, letting y'all know that. James Arthur, Secret Societies, and I'll do numerology on him too if y'all want me to. John Lennon, that was the Beatles, you know what I'm saying? So secret societies have a great motto: Order Out of Chaos, meaning order out of chaos. Agendas are formulated, designed to give the powerful more power. Chaos is created and media blitzed. Then cries go out for solution. Laws are passed which could never have been passed without the chaos. The order has reigned through deception of the masses, and the agenda is accomplished. So the deception through the masses, this is what they use to create the chaos, right? You create the chaos, you create the problem. Everyone's running around looking for the solution. If you give that solution to that problem, the people will always look to you for more solutions. And this is exactly what they do. They make the people what's the word, man? They make people depend, right, on the government for the solution, because they're the ones that create the problem in the first place. If we look at things like the war that's going on right now, look at what Joe Biden just said about the New World Order. right? When did he say that was coming into effect? After the war was created, the chaos, right? Now bills are passing, laws are being passed that could have never been passed without the chaos. This is their motto. This is their slogan. This is how they work. This is how they operate, right? So that was just another tribute, you know, to that order out of chaos, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was just another tribute, right? So Foo Fighter. So he sings his last show. He performs. Oh, now they acting like I'm clicking shit that I didn't. Okay, let's go back. But he performed his last song. I don't know what that was about, but he performed on the last day he performed. Let's get up out of this page because they trying to load shit. They trying to play videos. I ain't tell you none of that. But he performed at his last show. Yeah, let's get on up out of this page. March 20th. Okay, let's get the fuck up out of here. March 20th, 2022 equals 33. So that was another tribute to that order out of chaos. You know, the slogan of the 33rd degree. Right, the last day he performed was on 33 numerology, so they was letting you know that they was finna go ahead and, you know, take him up out of here. Now, March 25th, the day he died on, once again, is the 84th day of the year. Right, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame equals 84. So, like I said, was this a sacrifice by the Foo Fighters for them to be inducted into the Hall of Fame? I mean, is it really that important? Like, till you get inducted to like a Hall of Fame, is it that important to you? It means that much to you. A fucking what do you get? Like a plaque? Like, come on, bro. You know, we always seek validation from others so much. You know what I'm saying? Like some old ass people sitting up in a fucking office that induct you. Like, what the fuck? His last post was "I Could Be Somebody Else." Right, that was the song that he promoted, you know, his last Instagram post. We also get the 84, right? I Could Be Somebody Else, 84, right? We getting the same in the same cipher. We're getting these things, right? So his final concert, Taylor Hawkins' final concert, was at Lollapalooza in Argentina. Now, Argentina has the same numerology as Saturnalia and Saturn's cube, right? 154. 154 also is ritual sacrifice, right? But more importantly, if you don't know what Saturnalia is, right? Saturnalia is when it comes to festivals, parties, and downright debauchery, no one beats the folks of ancient Rome. So this dates back to, you know, ancient Rome days. They celebrated the festival of Saturnalia. As the name implies, this was a holiday in honor of the agricultural god Saturn, or Satan, right? Fertility rituals were performed at the temple of Saturn, including sacrifices, right? So this is what they would give thanks, you know, to their god of Saturn, was by sacrifice, right? So that was like another, like a hint. You see what I'm saying? That this would be a sacrifice, you know? This was his last performance, was in Argentina, that has the same numerology as Saturnalia, right? Even LeVon James, even King Von's last mixtape, not his last album, but his last mixtape, was LeVon James. LeVon James had that same numerology, 154, right? And King James had the same numerology. Keep the number 55 as well in King James and LeVon James, because and we know King James, the real King James, and then we know the mockery King James, LeBron James, right? Now peep this number 55. King Von died 55 days before LeBron James' birthday. So see how this shit is all connected. Pay attention, right? But moving on. Once again, Argentina was the last place that he performed. Argentina has the same numerology as Kyo, that number 44. right? Kill, oath, meaning that blood oath, that blood sacrifice that had to be taken. You know, somebody had to go, and you know, all the numerology led up to this man, so he was the one that had to go, right? Seattle, even the place that the group was formed, had 44 numerology, and March 25th, the day he died, was 44 as well. And then y'all brought to my attention that a movie actually came out, Studio 666, right? About, it was based on a story from Dave Grohl, and the Foo Fighters were featured in the movie, right? And it was called Studio 666. Now this movie was released February 25th. Now if we take February 25th in the day, and all these days are on Friday, right? If we take February 25th and the day, what's his name, Taylor Hawkins died on, we get 28 days, right? Taylor, his first name equals 28. Dave Grohl's birthday, January 14th. Like I said, everything surrounds these people's birthdays. January 14th. We get 71 days from Dave Grohl's birthday to Taylor Hawkins' death. We get 71 days. Taylor, once again, equals 71 in reverse ordinal, right? Z to A, 1 to 26, just as the alphabetical assignment, just reversed. So I can conclude from this numerology that this was in fact a blood sacrifice for the Foo Fighters to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and nonetheless, a blood sacrifice, you know, does have to be made in Hollywood. You know, it's 3 doors that you can go through, so we can see what door that these people selected. So that's all we have for today, man. Appreciate all the love, all the support. Let me know who I should break down next. If y'all want that John Lennon, just let me know John Lennon, and I'll do some searching on him and see what I can find. All right, appreciate y'all, man. I'm out.